United States covers the continent from the Atlantic to the Pacific, but from 13 small colonies to a coast-to-coast behemoth. How did America grow? The answer lives in a strong idea called manifest destiny. This movie will explain how this conviction shaped American history, motivated expansion, and changed the life of millions of people. This is the story of how America changed into the nation it is now. Regardless of your interests, history, or just curiosity, let's explore now. Manifest destiny. What was it? Manifest destiny was the 19th century idea stating that Americans were designed by God to spread over the entire continent of North America. Journalist John L. O'Sullivan first used the word in 1845. America's manifest destiny to overspread and to possess the whole of the continent. He added, this idea covered not only territory but also the spreading of democracy, capitalism, and American culture for Native Americans, Mexicans, and others clearing the route. It also came at a great cost. Manifest destiny was more than just a theory. It was a philosophy. It clarified migration westward as a moral and divine mission, but as we will see, everyone working on this goal suffered much. The Louisiana Purchase, 1803. With the acquisition of Louisiana in 1803, the United States first made a significant step towards expansion. 20 years or so old, the United States was a fledgling nation, gathering territory west of the Mississippi River. President Thomas Jefferson saw an opportunity to guarantee the future of his country. France had the territory under Napoleon Bonaparte but lacked funds to sustain its European conflicts. Jefferson seized the chance and worked out an 828,000 square mile acquisition for $15 million, about 4 cents an acre. This deal doubled U.S. territory overnight. Still, what did the U.S. truly buy? Jefferson was eager to learn more about the undiscovered area, most of which remained unoccupied. In 1804, Jefferson sent Meriwether Lewis and William Clark on a mission known as the Corps of Discovery. Their objectives were to map the territory, establish relationships with Native Americans, and find a water route to the Pacific Ocean. Though it lasted 2 years, the journey opened the route for westward migration. The Oregon Trail and westward migration. In the 1840s, thousands of Americans began their journey westward across the Oregon Trail, following trailblazers in covered wagons. This 2,170-mile road linked Missouri to Oregon. Traversing the trail was exhausting. Pioneers experienced Native American incursions, terrible weather, and disease. For many, nevertheless, the promise of rich land and a better life seemed more than justified in terms of risk. More than a road, the Oregon Trail stood for opportunity and hope. Families starting a 6-month journey loading all they had into wagons. Along the way they overcome challenges including mountain climbing, river crossing, and disease survival. Landmarks representing progress came to be Independence Rock and Chimney Rock. By the time they arrived to Oregon, pioneers had gone through unimaginable agony. Still, their endurance shaped the American West. The Texas Revolution and annexation. American newcomers to Mexican in the 1830s. Texas rebelled against Mexican rule. Conflicts regarding slavery, cultural variations, and Mexico's centralized power spurred the Texas Revolution. With the famous Battle of the Alamo, the revolution came to pass in 1836. About 200 Texan defenders, including heroes like Davy Crockett and Jim Bowie, held off thousands of Mexican soldiers for 13 days before they were beaten. For the Texans, the Alamo came to serve as a rallying cry even though it lost. Just a few weeks later, Texan soldiers under Sam Houston crushed the Mexican army at the Battle of San Jacinto, therefore ensuring Texas freedom. In 1845, Texas became the 28th state of the United States. This action infuriated Mexico since it also set the stage for the Mexican-American War. The Mexican-American War, 1846 to 1848. Manifest density directly led to the Mexican-American War. Mexico objected to selling while the United States sought to capture California and other Western territory. War broke out in 1846. Thanks for better technology, leadership, and strategy, the U.S. prevailed handily. Important engagements were at Palo Alto, Buena Vista, and Chapultepec. The war was terminated in 1848 by the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo. For $15 million, Mexico gave 525,000 square miles of territory, including California, Arizona, and New Mexico. As the United States now spanned from coast to coast, Manifest Destiny found fulfillment. The California Gold Rush, 1848 to 1855. At California's Sutter's Mill in 1848, gold was found. News traveled fast, and by 1849 thousands of 49ers were flocking west in pursuit of riches. California changed under the gold rush. Its population exploded, and in 1850 it was a state. The rush did, however, also have a negative side. Native Americans were displaced and the surroundings were ruined. The gold rush represented opportunity more than it did gold. People from all throughout the world arrived in California to produce a varied and energetic community. It also emphasized the inequities and disparities of the era. The Transcontinental Railroad, 1869. The Transcontinental Railroad, the United States, developed links the east and west coasts. Finished in 1869, it was a wonder of engineering and a representation of American advancement. The railway led to the displacement of Native Americans and the exploitation of Chinese and Irish workers, even while it made travel and trade faster and easier. Celebrated with the Golden Spike ceremony in Promontory, Utah. The railroad's completion, it signaled the start of a new chapter since the United States grew to be a really unified country. The impact on Native Americans. For Native Americans, Manifest Destiny was disastrous. Often by violence and broken treaties, tribes were driven off their territory when colonists migrated west. Events like the Trail of Tears and the Battle of Little Bighorn are sharp reminders of the cost of America's expansion. Native Americans vigorously opposed, but the sheer volume of immigrants and the authority of the U.S. government finally overwhelmed them. Their narrative is a sad chapter in the annals of Manifest Destiny. The legacy of Manifest Destiny. America was profoundly affected by Manifest Destiny. It drove national development but also resulted in environmental damage, inequality, and conflict. Its legacy today is evident in the United States' size and diversity, as well as in the continuous fight for justice and equality. It's crucial to keep in mind both Manifest Destiny's costs and successes when we consider it. This narrative tells of ambition, bravery, and fortitude, as well as of injustice and loss. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more history information if you like this thorough look into Manifest Destiny. How do you view Manifest Destiny? Tell me in the space provided for comments below. I appreciate you seeing. Next video.